I'm a D-Bar Lev. I'm a PGY1 in the Internal Medicine Medical Genetics Combined program at Mount Sinai. I really think that the cheesy things they tell you when you're selecting a residence are all true. You need to find the place that just feels really good when you're there. You're gonna have a call schedule, you're gonna work really hard, you're gonna wake up early, there are nights you're not gonna sleep, but what you really need to care about is who's gonna be around you.
My name is Darpan Sachdev. I'm a PGY2 in the Department of Internal Medicine at Mount Sinai Hospital. Mount Sinai is an amazing place. It's a place where you're gonna learn about patients, you're gonna learn about really interesting diseases, and you're going to meet the best faculty there is in the country.
My name is Ricardo Escaton, and I'm a PGY3, a third year in internal medicine at Mount Sinai. The camaraderie at Mount Sinai is one of the reasons that I decided to stay here. I was a medical student here and sort of got to see from being in my third and fourth year how much everybody got along. Aside from being colleagues, they were really friends. So it really has been, at least for me, a family, and I think that could be said for any of the residents as well.
Wake up at the crack of dawn, walk to work, which is an advantage of Sinai housing, go to pre-round, collect vitals, look up labs, which are usually actually done fairly early, see all your patients. So you're still having pain. Is it any worse than before? Find out about overnight events. You wouldn't happen to be Wasserman on call, would you?
No, not.
And then at 8:30, we actually go to morning report. Morning report is probably my favorite part of the program.
Is that yours?
Yes, I'm responsible for that.
Yeah, Michelle.
We get to sit down with both Dr. Klopman and Dr. Babiatsky, the chair and the program director, and go over all of the admissions from the previous night. So every resident that was on call basically presents their admission, what their management was, and then is followed up by some questions. Make sure that you sort of understand the full breadth of the issues that were at hand.
The only time intervention's been shown to be benefit, is early.
So we have a couple of extra members of the team here today. We've really tried to move teaching rounds to the bedside. So you were home for less than a day before that all started and you came back?
About 14 hours.
Okay.
Where the difference comes in is rounding with your resident and rounding with your team.
Good.
We have just a very good dynamic here.
How far are you walking in the hospital?
As far as I can go.
As far as you can go, as far as we'll let you, huh?
Where everything is somewhat informal and you can really feel comfortable just talking freely with your resident, with your team, admitting when you don't know things, getting help where you need it.
Good luck to you. Take
Thank
care,
you.
sir.
Thank you so much.
We'll see you later.
Thank you.
Really the role of the attending in these rounds is not to preach about, the specifics of one topic, but to teach sort of bedside manner and to discuss general approach to a case.
Interns are really expected to get comfortable taking histories, getting to know patients, appreciating the beauty of medicine, the privileged moments that we all have when we take care of patients in a very non-threatening environment. So they are not really grilled for evidence-based medicine or the scientific basis of medicine. They're nurtured because it still remains a very, very difficult job being an intern.
I think that taking attending rounds, having the entire team by the bedside really embraces the importance of patient-driven care here. It really drives home that we want to be thinking about our patients and thinking about their presentation.
Can I take a listen?
Oh, yeah.
We have such tremendous people who come in. We have a great opportunity to make them excellent. And Mark and I chose to focus on the development of academic leaders, health policy leaders, academic clinicians, and academic physicians. And that really has been the focus of our program since I arrived.
Grand rounds happen every Tuesday, which vary on any given day by topic at 8:30. So it's a nice little break after rounds.
So when I was asked to give this talk, I developed chest pain because there's no other area of medicine that is as controversial as carotid artery disease?
Mondays, Wednesdays, Fridays, we have Noon Conference, which is an opportunity for free lunch, seeing other co-interns, and getting a talk on topics that are very relevant to patient care.
Part of this session is going to be getting you acquainted with normal heart sounds. You know, you have to stick to your guns about history and physical. If you really believe a patient has a particular problem, don't give it up.
At Mount Sinai, we have exposure to multiple sites, including Elmhurst, which gives us the opportunity to go to the most diverse zip code in the United States of America. Elmhurst is an experience like no other.
It's like being in a worldwide hospital right in the middle of Queens, where you can meet people from many different cultures and diverse backgrounds.
And we get to really take care of those patients because we are afforded a lot of freedom as residents and interns.
At Elmhurst, we can very commonly see uncommon diseases like malaria, tuberculosis. In fact, one of the first cases of West Nile virus was found here at Elmhurst. This is called the Center for Advanced Medicine, right on the cusp between East Harlem and the Upper East Side. So our patient population is 1/3 are Black, 1/3 are Latin, and 1/3 are white. Mrs. Campbell? Hi. Come on back. I think that being in this location in New York, given the fact that it's next to one of the poorest places in New York and one of the richest places to New York, allows for extreme diversity. Wait in here. Nice to see you again. How are you doing? Okay. How's everything been going since the last time we talked?
All right.
All right. Were you able to fill that prescription?
Yeah.
Okay. A lot of our patients continue to stay with us for years. So I think we're given a lot of responsibility here, and our patients really see us as their doctors.
As part of the clinical research track doing the Master's in Science in Clinical Research, I'm working with Dr. Garcia looking at sort of studies related to cardiac imaging.
In fact, as we go down towards an apical segment, we can see a higher area of gadolinium.
Cardiac imaging looks at basically CAT scans and the MRIs of the heart in diagnosing sort of various pathology.
Okay. So when you see that pattern, that is an ischemic cardiomyopathy. So whenever we see that pattern, we have to pause and look at the medical records.
Dr. Garcia has been an amazing mentor. He's one of the leading cardiac imaging physicians in the country, if not the world. And the opportunity to work with him and his staff has been amazing.
Okay, so let's go over your paper.
Okay. Dr. Klottman is an amazing virologist, an amazing clinician, and moreover, a great mentor. She's really given me the experience and the opportunities I need to move forward toward my goals in global health. I really wanted to take the opportunity I have during the global health residency to possibly travel to Africa. Obviously because it's the center of the epidemic and where the largest cohorts are of...
You're getting that travel itch again.
Indeed,
I am. Think of the most traveled medical resident.
She's taught me the importance of basic science to solving our big problems in the HIV epidemic. And even moreover, she's really taught me how to think like a scientist and like a clinician at the same time.
You came up with that percent based on averaging for all the isolates?
So I basically averaged from 3 wells, averaged each isolate separately, and then took an average of those 3.
I see.
So Mount Sinai is located right next to Central Park, which is a nice place to go for a lunch break or a run after work. It's located on Museum Mile, so everything you might need is here.
Honestly, one of the first things I do when I get home from work is go for a run, 3-4 times a week. After being sort of cooped up a little bit in the hospital, it's just really refreshing. And there's a lot of camaraderie in Central Park. You go right after work and there's so many people running and cycling, and it makes you feel good.
It's an amazing place to be. The energy of the city is incredible. I really haven't found that anywhere else. And there is more to do than you would have time for even if you weren't an intern. I can't imagine what you might like to do that you can't find in New York. You can go out to a different bar or restaurant pretty much every night for years and years of residency, and you probably won't go to the same place twice.
At Mount Sinai, we have a great deal of camaraderie. Oftentimes during the week, any part of the call cycle, we're out getting drinks together or going to see plays in the city or taking advantage of the fact that we live in New York. On top of that, we have the wine tastings at the Klopman's house, which are really a treat.
Now, in reading the labels, this is not all that easy. Burgundy is unlike Bordeaux, where it's named after the chateau. In Burgundy, what you get is it's named after the town. I think passion for something is really important for everybody. I think what I show them is I'm passionate about wine. It's a passion. It's not important that they're passionate about wine. As long as they indulge me my passion, I'll indulge them theirs. And we try to get our residents to become passionate about something. Some are passionate about global health. Some are passionate about community involvement. Some are passionate about clinical investigation. Others are passionate just about taking care of patients. We're happy that they also have really great passion for their outside activities.
And he reminds us that it's important to have hobbies. So I think that the fact that he shares his interest with us is really important.
Pass these around the chair.
Without any reservations, I could tell somebody that they should come to Sinai. Not only because of the camaraderie amongst the residents, just the supportive environment that you get from not only the chiefs, but Dr. Babiatsky, Dr. Klopman, and the opportunity of being in New York, both from a lifestyle aspect and for the opportunity that affords you to develop your career in clinical medicine. I think that there's no other program that can come close to this.
By being at Mount Sinai, above and beyond everything is you're going to meet great people. Everyone is really fun to work with, and I think that we're able to work together in ways that I didn't think that was possible during residency. You're going to have wonderful clinical opportunities, and you're probably going to be able to find great research mentors as well. So Sinai is a place where you can get it all.
I think Mount Sinai is a family. I think the people here are here for you 100% when you're down, when you've been awake for way too many hours, when you're tired and need help, when you're happy and celebrating. There's someone to celebrate with you. I think that we build an incredible bond during residency, both with our co-interns, as well as with our residents, as well as with the people who teach us and guide us. And I think that there's really no other place I'd rather be.